Hi friends, it's Nancy, and today we're going to do the Let's Create Collage the next prompt. Thanks for hanging with me. I know this video should have gone up yesterday, but a lot of things have been happening the last week or so. I eventually get there. So thanks for waiting for me. And so I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're starting to feel the fall, getting the fall season bug. I know we're, in the later half of August, but, it's time. And I've been slowly bringing things up from I'm trying to incorporate fall decor with some of my favorite Halloween pieces. I've never done that before because I've always had these, for the last 7-8 years, I've thrown these themed Halloween parties for close friends and all my family. And this year I'm just kind of, I feel I need to step back a little bit. So I'm going to just have my kids and grandkids over. But, and it's just going to be, me and my daughters, and we're just going to be witches, because that's always the fun part of dressing up like that. And I'm just going to be a little different this year. So I will try to take some pictures or a little short videos when I finally get the house decorated. I have a small house, so don't expect a walkthrough of a whole house because my house is small. But I'm going to try to incorporate fall and Halloween this year, and I'm going to see how I'm going to do that, but it'll be fun. But anyway, we're going to do number 41, and I'm calling this Vintage Halloween. So that means vintage images, and what I did was I printed out some images that I have. Now, I know some I got from Pinterest and some I got from graphicsfairy.com that you can get free images. They have a really big selection of vintage Halloween. So what I did was I picked, let me move these papers here for a minute. I picked what meant to me vintage Halloween, and these 4 things, and you can see the coloring is the image of the little girls and the lettering and the colors kind of all go, and the screams vintage. So what I did was, once I picked some images, and I know I'm not going to get them all on the page, so I might have to give up a couple or more than that. Then I looked at what I had. And so just so you know, like I had this last piece. Now this was a hand dyed paper, but you can see how it goes so well with the vintage color. So I'm going to hopefully incorporate this. I don't know. And then these are scraps from the Little Witch kit from Ruby and Pearl that I'm working with. So these are some cutoffs here. And I have, this is not vintage ledger, not real ledger, but it's from that apple kit that I made the apple page from. I think I used the top part for the apples, but it looks vintage, so I thought maybe that could work. Maybe some of this is from the Little Witch kit from Ruby and Pearl. And then I don't know, this is kind of like an autumny, but it's faded, but I thought maybe some of this could be used. I don't know where this is from. It's in my stash. So I just kind of pulled colors that kind of went with those pictures, and that's how I'm coming to this. Now, I know I won't be able to use all these images, so I'll have to see which ones will look good. So I'll probably pick at least 2, maybe like one of the girls and one of these is what I'm guessing. So I'm going to put those to the side, and then let's just start seeing what we can do here. So I have this page here, and I'm going to probably give it a tear from here, and maybe I'm going to put that here. I don't think because these images are going to take up a lot of space. You see, even if I use like 2, we're not going to have much. Matter of fact, I'm thinking of taking this piece off now that I'm looking at it. Taking this and leaving just the music part. So, yeah, I mean, you can use Tim Holtz things, you know, because he's got a lot of vintage. But I just wanted to make it kind of more simple since it's just a collage page is why I wanted to do that. So I'm just going to probably, I don't even know if I need to tear the edges off here, but yeah, let's just make a vintage. Well, that didn't work, did it? Let's just make some, let's just do this, right? I'm going to start gluing. I need a glue book. So let me get that out. Glue stick. And let's get gluing. Yeah, so now we're going to do some different forms of Halloween pages, and then we're going to probably do a Thanksgiving type page, and then we're going to do different kinds of Christmas. So, and then our book will be complete. This will be done. So I can't believe we did this whole book. Thanks for everybody suggesting that I continue this to the end. Why not, right? You only have like 10 pages left to do. Might as well finish it. And I think we'll be in good shape. So I just want to get that on there. And I'll trim that off on my corner there. And then tomorrow, we're going to start our next envelope. You know how we did Witchwood Lane? Well, we're going to start the traditional Halloween one. So, yeah, so we're going to have so much fun. So much fun. I can't wait. I cannot wait. So let me get some of this ledger type paper in. And maybe I'll do that down here. Yeah, that will be a fun one. And I have a couple other ideas for other projects. I just hope I have time to do them all. That's the problem. I have so many ideas, you know, kind of lined up, but I don't know if I'm going to get to them all. Because this, oh gosh, I can't line that up. This, you know, I had, well, you never know. Life happens, right? So you get a little setback, and you got to just go with the flow. Just go with the flow, right? Okay, so there's that one. I just should use my corner rounder, but it's easier to do that. Okay, and let's get some of this brownish paper in. I'll get some of that in. Put that in here. So I'm just kind of picking what I had on my desk that was already, the only one that I had that I found a whole sheet of this. So I'm sorry I can't tell you where this is from, but if it looks notice, you know, if it looks familiar to you and you know where it's from, let me know, and I can shout it out. But so hope everybody's doing well. The kids are back. I'm so ready for fall. So ready. We had some really bad storms this past weekend. We lost power for 18 and a half hours. That's never happened before to us. That was really rough. Okay, I am going to take a piece of this and put it here. I'm also being conscious of where my pictures are going to go, so I'm not going to cover the whole page with these papers. I'm going to try to just kind of wing it and see and then we'll kind of lay out the pictures, and then we'll fill in. Okay, so this is kind of an easy one. Yeah, it's like, because every time you wanted to do something, you couldn't do it because you realize you need electricity. And if you ever lost electricity, how many times do you walk around the house saying, "Oh, I'll do this," and you go and you flip the switch on the light, and and then you're mad at yourself because obviously you have no, it's just so force a habit to do that. Oh my gosh, yeah, right? Okay, now I can see I need a little piece here, so I'm grabbing this here, and I'm gonna try to get a piece here. I think I did that like 3 times, and I was so mad at myself for doing it. Yeah, but I did some painting, like on some things, some wood things that I wanted painted. So I was able to do that by the light of the sky, by the light of my, the light that came from outside the next day, Sunday morning, when we still didn't have power. It was light out, so. Okay, so see, like something like that is good. And then I'm thinking, since this one's a sideways one like that, I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. So now I can kind of lay it out. That one can go to the edge. So I just have this and this to do. Now this one can go down here. I do want to put some of this in there because it matches so well with the orange, the faded orange. So that's going to go there. And yeah, that was rough. So, but you know what? I wonder how people, it's just such a long time. Usually it's out for maybe an hour, if that, but 18.5 hours. I almost thought I had to throw out all my food from my fridge and freezer, but because I didn't open it, it stayed everything was fine. Everything stayed frozen. So I was very, very happy about that. Very happy. Okay, now if I do that there, and I do this here, okay, I want more of this brown in there. So I am going to cut off a bigger chunk, and I want to put that here. So, oops, I'm going to put that here, like that. But anyway, and the one good thing about it all was that I know you can manually open your garage door, but actually when this started Saturday night, my husband had gone out to pick up our food order that we ordered, and when like 5 minutes before he came back home, that's when the electricity went out. So he just obviously had to leave his car on the driveway, and that was actually fine, because then I was able to, I could go to the store or get our, whatever we needed, because we didn't know how long it was going to be out. Okay, so now if I do that and that, I have this little spot here. I don't know if I can pull this up. I almost wished I could have. No, it's down. Okay, so now I just need to figure out what I want to put there, and I think I'm going to put some of this one here. Let's see, the strip here. So I could put this right in here and then end it where it ends here. Okay. Well, let's see how that works. So this one will go here. I think I can do that right like that. Anyway, it's all good. It's all good. I'm going to let that little piece be like that. It's kind of different. Okay, now we should be able to get our images down. So if that one goes there, I think I should put this one down first. How far down can I go? Right about there. Okay, so let me get glue on here. Well, this was an easy one, but see what you have. You might, want to do a Tim Holtz old, vintage page, and that's cool. And then especially if you're using your collages to make other things, if you're not just leaving it in a book like I am. But since I am leaving it in the book, I'm just going to be happy with this. And this one. And we'll put that one right here, like so. I like it. I like how this turned out, this page. And we have some words here and we have words here, so I don't feel like I need to put any other words on here. But I think it came out really cute. What do you think? And it definitely pulled the colors from the vintage. So to me, this reads vintage Halloween, and I'm happy with this. Yeah. All right, friends. Well, that was an easy one, but fun for sure. And so I hope you enjoyed that. And then I will see you tomorrow, and we will start our next traditional Halloween street envelope folio. Okay? All right, take care now. See you later. Bye.